Hello everyone! So today we're going to start off with brows per usual. Then we're going to move on to the eyelids. I'm priming my eyes with NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. I just depotted it and put it in that container.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
Now I'm going to put some emphasized powder down so it can lock in the Milk Jumbo Pencil. Then I'm going to go in with Peach Smoothie as my transition shade, just blending that all throughout the crease. Then throwing in some Cocoa Bear. These are all Makeup Geek eyeshadows on the crease as well, blending that through. This part's kind of unnecessary. You can just continue to put on Cocoa Bear and just build it up to however you want it, but I decided to throw in some Frappe. And I'm going to apply some Shimma all over the lid, and then just going to blend that through. Next we have the Super Difficult liner. First I outline my wing where I want it, and then once I have that completely filled in, I will then move into the wing, the actual wing part. And what I like to do is I like to flick it out towards the tail end of my eyebrow, so that if I were to completely connect them, they would come together.
I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
So eyeliner can be super tricky, but it's not impossible. And let's say you do have a couple mess ups, there's two options. You can use makeup remover wipes, or you can use concealer to clean up the bottom of the wing. I prefer a makeup wipe because that way it diminishes on excess amount of product, and also it just gets rid of any fallout I may have had with the eyeshadow as well. We're going to be applying falsies, so any mascara will do, but in this case I chose L'Oreal Telescopic. Moving on to the false lashes, I use 120 Demi Wispies, which are really affordable and really nice looking natural lashes. So what I first like to do when applying my lashes is I like to look straight ahead, a little tilted downward, and I like to apply my lash in the middle and glue down the outer portion before I work on the inner portion. I like to use tweezers, that's my preferred method. However, if that's not something you're comfortable with, then you can also use your fingers, just pinching them as close as you can to the actual lash line.
Hold me close till I get up.
Moving on to the face, I first start off with Benefit Porefessional, which fills in all of my pores and diminishes any oiliness I may have, as you can tell.
It's leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's
I then went in with MAC's Waterproof Foundation. It's a very full coverage foundation, and I like to use a beauty blender with it so it can sheer it out just a little bit, which still leaving you with a flawless face. And I'm currently in the shade NC35.
we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
My favorite part of all, the concealer. I'm using LA Grow Pro Conceal in the color Natural. Applying it underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, above my forehead a little bit, on my cupid's bow, and on the chin, the usual spots.
Walls fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
A quick tip when using a beauty blender is to make sure to press it into your skin and roll. Press and roll, and that'll give you the best coverage and the most flawless look to your foundation or concealer. A beauty blender can be used in multiple ways, and one of my other favorite ways of using it is with powder. I like to take my beauty blender, dip it into some air spun loose powder, and just put it underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, anywhere where I put concealer really.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Setting the rest of your face is also extremely important, and for this I'm using the BH Studio Pro powder in the color or shade number 235.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Contouring is a super easy way to bring dimension back into your face. So I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in the shade Fawn. Lining your brush up to the top part of your ear to the bottom corner of your mouth is a good way to know where to contour, and where to stop is just past the arch of your eyebrow.
Go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Next is bronzing, and what I'm doing here is I'm truly just blending everything together, but I just hit the tops of my foreheads, my cheeks, my jawline, and down my neck just to blend everything in. Moving on to blush, I'm using Makeup Geek blush in the color Infatuation, and I'm hitting the tops of my cheekbones on both sides, and I like to personally drag it all the way to my temples just because it flatters my face shape more.
Away melodies we haven't played.
Then we have highlighting. I'm using MAC Soft and Gentle, just hitting the tops of my cheekbones, on my nose, Cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin.
Create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat.
This part isn't for everyone, but it's a must for me, and that's contouring my nose. I personally don't really have that big of a problem with my nose, but I do think that it does need a little help. So what I like to do is take that same fawn color from the Anastasia Beverly Hills kit that I used to contour the rest of my face, and I just use a blending brush for eyeshadow, and I just drag it down both sides of my nose, and then I also contour the tip. Now I'm lining my lips with NYX Peekaboo Neutral. Seeing as we're using red lipstick, it's always easier once you've lined your lips, so that way you color inside the lines.
And we'll grow in number.
Now I'm going in with MAC's Ruby Woo matte lipstick. Prior to applying a matte lipstick, it's always best to make sure your lips are moisturized with a good lip balm. I unfortunately learned the hard way, and it does flake, so mental note. If your lipstick did bleed for whatever reason, a really easy way to clean up your lips is just taking a concealer brush and some concealer and just lining around your lips. Now I'm going to move on to some eyeshadow underneath my eyes. It's not necessary, the look looked fine without it, but I did throw in some Cocoa Bear underneath and then some Shimma Shimma in the inner corners of my eyes just to open them up a little bit more. Then I just took some telescopic mascara from L'Oreal and just coated the bottom lashes. That's it for the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my take on a classic look, which is just wing liner and some red lips. And here I am posing awkwardly for you guys. Enjoy!
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on